Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to the second tutorial of the burner with air sealer. In the last tutorial, we have made the geometry of a burner with air sealer using SolidWorks 2019. And in this video tutorial, I'm going to import the same SolidWorks geometry to the ANSYS workbench, and then we'll do meshing of the geometry. So first of all, we have to open the workbench, ANSYS workbench 2016. So here we have the ANSYS workbench workstation, and here you can see a lot of packages, and this is the fluid flow fluent package that we will use for the meshing. So we have to select this and drag here in the project schematic window. So you can see a lot of tools. Here we have after importing the package, we can see geometry, meshing, setup, solution, and result tools of the fluent flow software. So first of all, we have to change the project name to LPG burner, and then we have to click, or we have to press enter. So the name has been changed. Now first of all, we have to import the geometry. So for that, we have to double click on this geometry tool, and in a short time this geometry tool will open in a new window. So the geometry window or the tool has been opened. So using this tool, we can import the geometry by clicking on this file menu tab, and then we have to go to import external geometry file. So a file opener has been opened. Using this, we can select the file, SolidWorks file, and this is the burner geo file that I have made in the last tutorial. So we have to click open, and then we have to click on generate so that the software can show this geometry. This is the same geometry that I made last time using SolidWorks. So you can this is solid, so we have to change it to fluid. First of all, we'll rename and then from this detail view, detail of the body, we have to change this type from solid to fluid. Again, we have to click on generate to update these changes. Now we have to open the main workbench window. You can see here in front of geometry there's a check mark or tick mark. This means the geometry has successfully been updated in this package. So now we have to move to the second step, which is the meshing. So we'll again double click on this mesh tool. It will again open in a new window. It has been opened. Now this tool will automatically import the geometry here. So we have to wait. Now we have to select the boundaries or select the faces and give them a name selection. So this is the outer wall. We have to right click on this, and we have to click on create name selection, and here we have to change its name, and this boundary is the outer wall, and then we have to click OK, and then this is the second boundary. This is the outlet. Again, right click. First we have to select using left click, then we have to click right, and then go to name selection. Here we will write the outlet, and then we have to click OK, and this is the air inlet, the third boundary. First we select using left click. Now we will press right click, and then from this menu we have to select create name selection, and this is the air inlet, and this is the boundary for air inlet, this face. We have to click OK. Now the last one is the fuel inlet. We have to zoom a little bit to select this small circle perfectly. We have selected it using left click. Now we are right clicking it. After right clicking it, this in this menu, we have to select the name selection. This is the fuel inlet. And now we have to click OK. So to make sure that all the boundaries that we have selected are correct, we can use we can see this from here. We have to expand this section, name selections, and you can see all these boundary sections. So if we click on the outer wall, the selected section will be red, and you can see it is correct. And if we click on the outlet, you can see this outlet is in outlet color has changed to red. Similarly, the inlet, air inlet, and this is the fuel inlet. So in this way we can confirm the boundary selection. Now we have to add the method of, so for that we have to select mesh and right click, then we have to go to insert and then method. Here in this scope section, the first is scoping method. We have to select the geometry and click on here, then from this then select this geometry and then again click apply, and you can see one body selected, and this is the blue one, automatic method. For this time being, we have to let it remain on the automatic. And the second thing we are going to do is we have these are hollow air vents, and this is the air inlet area and fuel inlet area. We want mesh here a little finer than the other. We want denser mesh here, so we have to go to mesh, insert, and we have to change sizing for this. Here is the geometry selection, but we change this selecting tool from body to face, and now we can easily select these faces where we want to change the mesh element size to make them finer than others. So we have to click carefully, select all these air vents. 2, 3, there are 10 vents. We have to press press and hold control button, and then from using mouse left click we can select, and using mouse middle button we can change the position. And while changing the position we have to leave the control button, and when the position is the position is right to select, we have to press control, and then we have to click anywhere, and we can zoom in and zoom out using mouse middle by moving this mouse middle ball. If you have selected any wrong plane, then again if you click on it, and it will automatically unselected. So I have selected all the faces. Now I have to select the this mixing area of air and the inlet of the fuel, the side wall of the inlet of the fuel. So this is the side wall and the base of air mixing, and this is the side wall of fuel inlet. Now we have to apply. You can see we have selected 13 faces, 10 air vents, and 2 faces for the air mixing, and 1 for the fuel. And and here we have to select type, size element, and we are changing size from 0.004 meters or 0.4 millimeter. So now the last thing we have to add, we have to make near wall, we have to make near wall matches a little fine. So for that we have to go to mesh, right click on it, insert, and we can use inflation. And here first of all we have to select the whole geometry, apply, one body selected, and here the boundary scope method is geometry selection. We can change it to named selection, and from this boundary we want only this outer wall to have near wall boundary. So this has been selected. We have to use let it remain default transition ratio, and inflation option is smooth transition, and we are adding 15 layers near this boundary, and the growth rate is 1.1, and the inflation algorithm is pre. So this is okay. The mesh sizing, from here we have to change it from coarse to fine, and smoothing to high, and we have to change transition from slow to fast. The mesh minimum maximum sizes we have to let it remain default, but if you want mesh smaller or larger, then you have to change all these sizes, like minimum size. If you want to change minimum size, then you have to change. If you are decreasing the minimum size, then you have also you have to decrease maximum and maximum face size. But if you increase or decrease just one size, then the meshing will show an error, mesh failed. So if I will decrease the mesh sizes, it will take a long time in the iteration, so I am letting it remain default. I am not touching it. So these options are also quite okay. So now for the meshing, I have to click generate mesh, and here this software is generating mesh. It will take a little time, so we have to wait for it to complete. So the mesh has generated, as you can see. So here you can easily see in this place of the air mixing and for the fuel, meshes are fine, and from the side the vanes for air inlet, and you can see the meshes also are also fine here that we have added, and this is the near wall area where we have added 15 layers to capture the boundary near wall boundary conditions. So this mesh has been generated and it is perfect. Now we have to click on this update button to update this mesh on the workbench project, and now again we have to open the main workbench, and here the software is updating the mesh. You can see the busy mark of the cursor, and after the successful update of the mesh, you will see yes. So the software has updated the mesh, and here we can see this check mark or tick mark. So it means the mesh has updated successfully. So in this video, first of all, we have imported the geometry of the SolidWorks that we have made in last video tutorial, and we generated the mesh. So that's all for today's tutorial. Thank you very much for watching this video tutorial. I have tried to make it as simple as I can, so I hope you have liked it. Thank you very much.